Hello everyone. There are questions about purchases in different markets, so I decided to record a video on this issue. Let's start with the starter store. There are a lot of goods that attract us to spend our diamonds, but we don't spend diamonds on buying at all. In short, here we buy everything only for gold. As you can see, when Clara improves, she starts giving us resources once a day, sometimes even giving us 5 premium coupons, so improve her, as the character is good and we will get additional bonuses here. While you are a beginner, purple and orange soul shards are very much needed to improve your characters, so we are buying them out. Over time, there will be a lot of them and you will understand for yourself when you can stop buying them. Also, with the reforging talisman, it is very important to put equipment in the right faction at first, but over time there will be a huge number of them and stop buying them. Once again, we only buy for gold, we do not spend diamonds. These resources sometimes also appear for gold, we take them without hesitation. About the refreshing store. You can spend money on updates only if you have prepared for the upcoming events, for example, for the UR banner. Then it turns out to be quite profitable, as it becomes possible to buy good resources for gold. I do not advise beginners to refresh, as they do not have all these resources open, but from chapter 60, when you have all the character improvement content open, you can refresh. But only for 100 diamonds, the price increases, we don't spend diamonds. The next store. Many people ask if they should buy red assignments here. My opinion is that this is a waste of resources that can be used for more interesting purchases in the future. I've never bought red equipment, and I don't recommend it to you. It will be easy to get over time, even fractional ones. I also don't see any point in spending money on talismans and hammers. When I start spending the resources of this store, it's when I need to equip top characters. I rarely buy T1, but I can safely buy T2 from the characters we are interested in. I advise beginners to definitely buy copies of Oberon here, although the character is no longer very strong, but he will help you in the faction tower, plus he will add ancient beliefs to improve the class towers. And of course, from T4 upgrades onwards, these are must-have purchases for your character upgrades, especially awakened upgrades. As soon as you assemble Oberon, you can start buying copies of Anna. Next, first, let's look at where we spend the coins of ordinary dungeons. First of all, it is the purchase of copies of Angela. We can only spend these coins on her, we forget about the rest of the heroes. Only if you are missing one copy of them to improve to an important level, such as Awakening. Next, red lenses will be a good choice for purchase, which you will need a lot to improve the characters of Chaos and Order. I do not advise spending money on orange and purple, they will be obtained in more accessible places, unlike red ones. Next, soul meteors are a good option, of which you will also need a lot, especially at the beginning of the game. Well, by the time most of your characters are well improved, essences are a must-buy, since improving levels is one of the only ways to improve your account's combat power. One more time. Angela, red lenses, meteors, essence. Now about the yellow coins. The first purchase here is Rista, the strongest support in all game modes. If it's not open in this story yet, just save up these coins. The next important purchase is the Token of Valor, to upgrade the class towers. After these purchases, you can spend money on copies of Karamet or Amaterasu, and after all of the above, Forseti. You can also buy red lenses for yellow coins if you don't have enough to upgrade a character, but I usually don't spend yellow coins on them because they don't have enough for the rest. Brawl Shop. First of all, we buy copies of Zask. Next up is Martis. Of the usual characters, only Nana is worthy here. And that's only if you don't have enough time to upgrade to an important level. Awakening, A3. If all these characters are redeemed, you can spend money on soul meteors. Forget about the rest. Even if you like some of these characters, don't spend money on them. For example, Karina, never do what I just did. Dawn Shop. I don't know about you, but personally, I only need crystals here to improve the nexuses. I do not advise you to spend money on miracle summons. I also don't buy lenses here, whether red or otherwise. Only crystals, especially red and red plus. Don't even look at the bottom row, it's not worth it. Tavern Shop. First of all, we buy tree upgrades for more resources from the autoload. Next, you can buy a Huang Genie. These coins have been accumulating for a very long time, so I do not advise you to spend them on something else. Only if all copies of Genie are redeemed can we buy soul meteors. In no case are we wasting money on these heroes. Tael Shop. We buy coins for completing the dungeons for 1,000. We don't buy for 10. Next, we spend on the Token of Valor. After that, soul meteors are my priority. Never spend money on orange and purple ones, you can easily get them for gold and during the gameplay. I consider essence to be the next important purchase. I have already explained why. I currently need over 100,000 essences to improve my level, so this is an important purchase. About these heroes. Personally, I don't have enough coins from this store for them. In order to buy back copies of them, I need to stop spending on important resources that I listed earlier. You can save up and buy back a copy, but I personally think resources are more important for account development. Cloud Depot. First of all, we buy sacred scrolls for white feathers. Next is the Token of Valor. We don't spend any money on this nonsense. Very beginners who have not improved the stars of ordinary characters can spend the rest on coupons. Or meteors. For gold coins, we primarily buy boxes with pet fragments. Next is the Token of Valor, and then the essence. Then meteors again. Battle supply. First of all, the sacred scrolls. Tokens of Valor are an excellent option again, but I buy them back after buying red lenses. It is this store that I use to actively buy red lenses, since the coins of this store are easily mined and there are many of them. Again, the essence. If you are a complete beginner, then after buying the sacred scrolls, you can buy copies of Aposty, as it is easy to assemble it from 2 stores. And after buying it, you can start shopping for the important resources listed above. Honor Shop. I only buy the Token of Valor. Buy the rest as you wish, but first of all them. Shrine Shop. And a good way you need to save for the Token of Valor again. But to be honest, I really like to make discoveries about character fragments, so I spend money on them. Cactus Shop. First of all, a copy of Rista. Next are the Sacred Scrolls. You can spend money on crystals, but I'm still busy buying copies of the characters. First Oberon, then Zeno, then these two. I do not buy red lenses here, as I actively buy them in previous stores. About the guild store. We buy out the first 4 slots. I leave the rest of the coins and wait for the red lenses for 60,000 to appear here. I don't buy anything else here. Here I advise beginners to immediately save up for a copy of Aposty. You can quickly develop it from 2 stores. Again, the lenses. And these chests are also a great purchase. I don't recommend spending on anything else. What do you think about the stores? What do you buy yourself? I'm waiting for you in the comments and see you in the next videos.